on top of the totem pole. The boy never stopped though they told him no. I'm tryna be on top of the totem pole. The boy never stopped though they told him no.
What's up today, my fellow Madden soldiers? So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into a few things about what I think should be in Madden 20. I don't know if they're going to bring it because I'm pretty sure that whatever they already did, but just like anything else, like they did throughout the season, they can always add things. So I believe I got some good suggestions. I heard one of them recently that someone brought up similar, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway because it was already in my notes before the individual brought it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and break it down to you what I would like to see. Okay, so the first thing what I would like to talk about is evidently the level master and the MUT master, and I thought that was pretty cool for them to come and do that because evidently all you had to do for Ricky Williams last year, you had to pay for him. Like in order to get a full the level master or whatever it was, I don't even know what he was called. I can't remember. He was a master though. You basically had to pay for him either with money or coins in the store to get what was it, the pieces in order to level them up. I forgot exactly how it was, but you had to pay for him. I got LaDainian Thomas into like a 94 and I stopped. The guy, he wasn't a good running back in the game, at least in Madden 18. That's what I mean. But anyways, I like the idea that they got with the level master. All you had to do was just basically level up in order to get them to the level, to the OVR, whatever that they had on each level. And I thought that's pretty cool. The MUT master was even cool because last year you had to go and play. What was it? It was the salary cap. And that right there, yeah, that was a hassle. That was a hassle having to not only play it, but pay for it each time in order to get the wins. And so I wouldn't have mind playing it and stuff like that and have to repeat it, whatever. But to have to pay for it each time, and I think you only get like one loss or whatever like that, and you're done. So yeah, I didn't think it was worth it. But this year they gave it to you just for basically doing solos and completing certain stats, and I thought that was pretty cool. So everybody had a chance to get it. And if you ain't got it, then yeah, maybe you don't want it or you just you ain't grinding like that, but it wasn't really that hard to get. The third thing I would like to mention to you guys that what I would like to see, I only brought those two up because what I'm going to get into right now. So we had the level master and we had the MUT master. So what I would like to see is like a solo master. Yeah, I would like to see a solo master, and the reason why, because I know a lot of people don't like to grind solos. And that will basically give you a reason to grind it in order to like just the solo master in general. MUT master is basically a little bit of everything. The level master is you level up, you'll get the version of whatever it is, the player that you have at that time that they're offering. And the solo master will be basically just playing solos, but you're gonna have to play a certain amount of them in order to get that individual up to the OVR each time that they allow you to upgrade him. So the first one I would say, of course, like in the beginning, will be like a 500 solos, 1,000 solos, whatever it is that they put. I think 500 is decent. However they would like to go about it. I figured that, yeah, having like a solo master. Okay, let's go over here so I can show you guys what I mean more. Pretty sure you guys get an idea because, like for this, like the journey. I haven't played the journey. I played on the other. Like I said, I was doing the no money spent team, so I finished it on there. Because I know that's where I was grinding at. But if I wasn't doing the other account, all these would have been grinded out like already. All these would have been completed. Because that's just what I did. So I wouldn't say you have to do every single solo. But what I will say is that each time that they brought up an objective in order to complete the basic solo master, I'll name it to like you had to complete the actual whole journey. And I think someone said a while back similar that they used to have one like that to where you in order for you to get like a MUT master or something like that, you had to complete the journey. So they've done it before, but I'm just talking about besides the MUT master, just you already have the MUT master. They already have their little objectives and all that. So this will be another individual, which will be the solo master that they'll introduce. And you'll have to complete the journey or something like that in order basically to make you grind. If you don't want it, then you don't want it. So Now let's get into, now that I brought up the solo master, now let's get into the three people that I would like to see. I would like them to keep a running back level up master. That would be decent. No, everyone could use running back. They the mud master changes every year. Last year it was a free safety. This year it was a middle linebacker. I honestly would like to see this year will be like a cornerback, some type of cornerback I haven't seen. I would like to see a cornerback. You may like to see a receiver. I'm more of a defensive guy. I like to see corner. I like defense, but you know what though? They always do the running back. So I mean I don't know if they always do the running back, but I mean they had a running back for 2 years. If they do another one, I'll be fine. And for defense, I'll be cool. Like I said, to have a cornerback and whoever that may be, that'd be nice if they allowed it to be Deion Sanders, because we won't have to worry about going in and having to get this guy and pay for him and upgrade him. But we'll see. I don't know how that's gonna go. But a cornerback or something like that, I would like to see. Whatever they come up with is fine, but that's what I would like to see. The third one for the Solo Master, that one went there with that one went there with I would like to see a quarterback if they allowed a quarterback for the Solo Master this year. I'm not saying if there I mean there is a Solo Master, but that would be nice. A quarterback, or what else? Yeah, just a quarterback. I would like to see a quarterback for the Solo Master. And whatever you guys would like to see, you let me know what you like to see for like a Solo Master if they were to put it. And another thing I like to bring up is the fact that they did something similar this year. I mean, as you guys could tell, I didn't even think about it until after I actually came up with the concept of the just Solo Master in general. And when I was looking at it, you go right here to the team captain, and it wasn't a Solo Master per se, but in order to upgrade your team captain, you had to play certain solos each time and a certain amount of solos in order to get him. But the thing was, I wouldn't really call it a Solo Master, because you only had to play like 20 solos of a certain thing that came out at that time, and it wasn't really that much. I would have made it to where like, yeah, you had to now you had to play like a little bit more than that to really grind it out to get this guy, but they didn't. They made it easy for you to get guys to get Shannon Sharp. You just had to stay tuned every time they had like a new promo or something like that. So that was cool. And all you had to do was basically upgrade them initially with the training, which was like 2,200 training to upgrade them to a 90. And after that, just get the tokens through the new promos that came out with. But it was similar. But like I said, I'd like to see a little bit more of a grind for people who do like to grind and make it more of a reward. That's what I like to see. So basically, uh, level master, mud master, and solo master, the three things I would like to see. Okay, the second thing I would like to see, I'm gonna put that like in one category. The second thing I would like to see will be, where is it at? Oh, I'm looking at my notes. So like NBA, I think it's NBA 2K where they have in the neighborhood. I never played NBA 2K, so I don't know what all the details and stuff like that about how that goes. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know how the NBA 2K goes. But what I will say is that someone said that they had it in the neighborhood. I know in one of these basketball games have in the neighborhood. I think it's NBA 2K. Either way, though, in the neighborhood exists in the basketball game. And I looked at that. I seen a few little YouTube videos on it, and it actually looked pretty. I like the concept that came out with, where from what I know, if maybe I don't know if I'm getting it wrong, someone just comes, you have your own player, you get in line or whatever like that. It's just like you would if you're in the neighborhood. You just jump in and join the game and play a game with people from the streets or whatever like that. I think that would be nice. Someone said that they have something like that similar with Madden or a football game, to where it was like what Madden Street Football or something. It was some type of game like that they said. I would like to see that back. Basically a version of that and Madden, which is will be like in the neighborhood. The way I would, like I said, they might pretty sure do it a little bit better than how I'm saying it, but I would like to see basically to where you could create your own player. You could actually upgrade him, like either in stats, clothing, gear, and stuff like that. You could earn and win in order to make your player look more glitchy, and then you'll be able to go to a neighborhood, whatever it is, like a field, play like a 3-on-3, and I think it'll be cool if they could push it all the way up to like a 6-on-6, 7-on-7, like they did in the long shot. I think they play like a 6-on-6 or something like that. That would be cool to see something like that. But the least would be like a 3-on-3. The most would be like a 6-on-6. You go out there, you play a little game, and that would be cool with that. I think a lot of people have fun with that, especially uh, EA really ain't missing out on really the money thing, because I guess you could like upgrade your player with money, gear, and a lot of other stuff that I'm pretty sure they can introduce. So I would like to see that, like something in the neighborhood in Madden. That would be something really really glitchy. So let me see. Let me look at my notes. Okay, here. This is another one right here. I know to some people it may be small, but I had to say it because every time that I play the game, I always do punt returns, right? Not always, but I always try to return a punt. But what happened was I stopped trying to do them unless I'm playing online or something like that. Because, of course, you want to make sure you win and get every opportunity for that. But I stopped doing that because what happens is for punt returns, you don't get no XP. And I don't like that. I don't know how it is. I don't know if they have some type of deal. And if I don't know what it is, what they don't allow, I don't think it's going to hurt them. But what I would like to see of them is give you XP for a punt return. If your guy returns a 100-yard punt, 60-yard punt return, and they're counting the yards for the passing yards and the rushing yards and all that, they need to give us XP for the punt return, because your guy could do 4 punt returns, I'll say equivalent to like maybe 300 to 350 yards, and you don't get none of that. You don't get none of that besides the points. And that what there is, I don't like. There's no middle ground. Either you give us the XP, the full XP, or you don't. And I would like to see that XP for basically punt returns, because that drives me nuts. Like I said, I have to literally take my guy to the 10-yard line, drop down, and then play the game, because I want to make sure that each time that I have a punt return that I stay right there, and we could go ahead and get the full XP. Because there's a certain amount you could get in order to get the full XP that they have to offer. And I try to do that, especially when I play full games. So that's what I would like to see, the XP for punt return. Like I said, a lot of people may not think much of it, but to me, yeah, especially for someone who returned a lot of punts, and I had to stop, yeah, that would be very rewarding. Not just only that, maybe they can even double XP for it. You know what I mean? Like double XP for punt returns, because they're very rare. Like stuff like that, That's like a very rare thing. So I would do certain things like that. Okay. And so now that I said that, double XP for punt returns, that would be something that, now that I think about that, man, I just thought of another idea. That'd be cool. Like, I guess to do double XP, not only for punt return, I only give them XP with double XP, but to do double XP for certain things that are hard to do, like a safety, stuff like that, But you guys could go ahead and go further on with that in your mind, what they could offer. But my main thing right now, really, if they could just introduce XP for punt returns, I'll be happy with that, whether it's double XP or not. Just XP for punt returns. That would really help out for people who are trying to level up and do that. Okay, so the last one. No, I got like 2 more right here. So I'll probably come on more later. But I just wanted to introduce these real quick. So the next one is gonna be the House of Rules. They have the House of Rules. I ain't gonna lie. Look at I wasn't really feeling it. I played it like once or twice, and I was usually to get the players, and the trophies, but I wasn't really feeling it. Start at the 20-yard line and they trying to make it fun. To me, people liked it. They enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know. I just didn't really care for it. And it was just time consuming. Like, it just took too much time. And there's already so much in the game anyway. Like, we were going to sit there and play like 10 games to get a 97 play, or a player that you can't really even do much with. So, I mean, that's cool. EA introduce it. You allow it. If you ain't got much to do, then go ahead and do it. Sometimes people rage quit, but the thing is, like I said, is it's time consuming. It's like very much, it's time consuming. So what I came up with is a House of Rules. Is that I'm not trying to prolong this, so I'm trying to get to this fast, so you guys could go about your day. But anyways, I would like to see something like they do in the solos. Let's go over here real quick. You know how you go the gauntlet and like the gauntlet's the only one that I know right now. So let's go with there first. It's right here. You know how they'd be like, pass for a touchdown from the 1 yard out, and basically the solo's over, right? So on House of Rules, I know it's a little bit more complicated because you're online and you're playing with someone. But it would be cool if they did that, to where it don't prolong. It'd be like, hey man, the first person to score 8 points, or the first person to score this they won the game. The solos, I mean, the game's already done. I would like them to do an online game like that, especially with the House of Rules, to where the game ain't prolonged, and whoever scores first, or who does something first, they win the game. Whoever gets the first 3 sacks, whatever it is, however they want to do it, whoever gets the first sack, whoever gets the the first field goal from 40 yards out. However they want to do it. Well, even if it have to be 40 yards out, just a field goal. But that would what I would like to see. It will end the game quick, and then you go on to the next game and go from there. So I would like to see that once again, house of rules like a solo, meaning that you're playing against someone, but the first to score like 8 points, the first score a touchdown, or if you score a touchdown from 100 yards out or 90 yards out, you win the game. Something like that. I can't go. I don't know all the details of it. I just thought something like that would be, I think, would be pretty glitchy and make the game interesting. If you guys thinking of something else, or if it don't sound good, let me know. But I thought about that, and I thought it would be interesting, and it'll be less time consuming instead of having to spend 2 full games. And another thing I like to see that on too would be like when we play the seasons and the smut squads and all that stuff. If they could do something like that too, that would be cool, because it just too time consuming to play full games, and it just takes a lot out of you. So something like that would be nice. I would like to see that. The last thing I would like to see, because like I said, these are the ones that I have right here, the ones that I wrote down for you guys, is repeating solo battles. Like, there is no reason why we shouldn't be able to repeat a solo battle. I don't even know if they're going to bring it into this game next year. That would be nice, because I really did enjoy it, and it really did help me stack my coins. But like I said, there's no reason for you not to be able to repeat a solo battle. I don't see why they shouldn't allow you to. If you can't beat it 2 or 3 times, what is that going to hurt them if you beat it the 5th time? That's your time of day that you're spending to do. I could understand that. Solo battles, full games, that's fine with me. If they were to make it like like I said, pass for a touchdown, that would even be better. But like I said, for now, if they want to continue with the full games and allow you to pick Madden or all Madden and all that stuff like I do, then that's cool. But the only request I would do is let us repeat the solo battles. And my big complaint with that, honestly, is not really just because a person may not win. Because, if you don't win, then okay, whatever. But there's been times I've been playing, and the internet, I mean, not even my internet, it's the EA, whatever, the servers are dropped. And then you lose, you take a loss. The EA don't care. They're not going to give you a win. Like, you lose the game. Their servers go out, you lose the game. Whatever it is that's going on, all these little glitches in the thing. And so, therefore, I can't even get my ultimate now. So I just think that they should just allow you to repeat the solos, like, straight up, because it would prevent them from people complaining, oh yeah, well, I just lost solo, I glitched out. Just repeat the solo. There should be no hassle, no problem. Allow them to repeat the solo. It ain't gonna hurt no one. But once they win it, then they win it. Of course, you can't repeat it again. Once they win it, they win the solo. But you should allow them to repeat it, and that's one complaint that I have is yeah, and they wait too. Yeah, they do. They bring them every other, 3 days a week. Just have the whole 12. Just have the whole 12, whatever you're going to offer for that whole week. That's another thing. Like, bring them out. Bring all the solos out you're going to have for that week, and let them play. It'll be less complicated. Let them all play them out, whatever it is. And if you want to go back and play for fun, then just like a solo, let them do it. But right now, my goal right now is just let them repeat it. And if it's complicated because you have to, every other day you have to bring in the new solos or whatever it is for solo battles, then just have the 12 or 13, 14 for the week, and that's that. Have the main one like they do, and just have them all. So if a person wants to finish them all in 14 days, in one day, let them finish them. It shouldn't be a problem to no one. So I don't know what it is with that, but that would be nice. They're repeating solos and having them all laid out for you the first day of the week, and to be less complicated. And let person to pick his time to choose when he wants to complete them, instead of having to take a loss too when you didn't complete them within a few days. Everybody has different schedules and programs, so that would be more convenient for everybody and be better. And I think they'll get a lot less complaints if they did that. So that's the last thing I'm gonna get into. That's what I would like to see for Madden 20. There's things that I like to see at Madden 19 that I'll bring to you guys. If I could bring it today, I will. If not, by tomorrow. There's a few little things I like to see at Madden 19. I mean, not too much because there's not much going on, but something that I figure that you guys would like me to touch upon. So I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna bring that to you soon. But right now, I wanted to get these out because I have these notes, and I've been having them for like about a month maybe, and I never brought it out. And so I want to bring it out to you guys, see what you guys say. Whatever you guys would like to see at Madden 20, let me know in the comments. This is what I came up with. Something I don't try to request too much, but a little something to where it makes sense, right? So that's where I'm at right now. Like I said, if you ain't sub, please sub to the channel. If you like to Like the video if you like what you see. Comment below, like I said, what you guys would like to see in the future. Until next time, I'm out.